Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for October 31, 2023, the Happy Halloween edition. And the Daily Compliance News welcomes and hopes all those ghouls and goblins and ghosts out there have a great time on Halloween night. And, of course, watch Charlie Brown. It's a great pumpkin. Our first story comes to us from the Financial Times as the Biden administration has released its plan for AI. Broadly, how it would be regulated. The order issued by Monday is the broadest step taken by the administration in tackling AI threats from national security to competition and privacy. Matt Kelly and I are going to podcast on this topic this week, and I'm sure both of us will be blogging about it. And it's really the first step since our do-nothing Congress can seem to get nothing done. So a first step for AI regulation in the United States. Next up, from the Wall Street Journal, CFO Journal, Mark Maurer reporting that former inspectors of the PCAOB audit process says that process needs retooling. A new academic study suggests the PCAOB's inspection program from transparency to training needs work. This process, of course, is for inspectors who oversee the auditors doing the work. And they say inspections are a useful tool for detecting potential deficiencies in audits of public companies. But the public reports by the oversight auditors are limited in scope, lack details, and not released in a timely fashion. So perhaps under this current PCAOB chair, Erica Williams, something might get done. Of course, the PCAOB was eviscerated in the Trump administration. In a very interesting statement, Google CEO Sundar Pichai on Monday acknowledged the importance of making its default search engine the default in keeping customers loyal. This involves the once-in-a-generation antitrust fight by the U.S. Department of Justice against Google for making Google search literally the default. And under cross-examination, he said that Google's tens of billions in annual payments obviously is incredibly meaningful. So Google admits they're the default search engine. And finally, 1MDB raises its head as a J Lo linked rapper appeals his conviction, citing his lawyer's use of AI to develop a ineffective closing argument. So be careful out there. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.